gonna find you, no matter where you run. Recruiter radar, seeking out everyone.
Have you ever been working on a role, gone through your basic searches on your CRM and also on LinkedIn Recruiter, and still need to find more candidates? If that's the case, then this video is definitely for you. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to centralize your data so that you have an effective sourcing strategy for after the base searches. Brendan here, aka the Savvy Recruiter. If you do like the content of this channel, remember to like and subscribe. And without further ado, I'm just going to jump over onto my desktop. So here we can see a sourcing strategy. Now I do have to credit Balaz for something which I saw which kind of inspired me then to create this. But effectively the idea behind this is after you've done your LinkedIn Recruiter search, after you have searched your internal database, you may at times need to then outreach onto other platforms and to source and identify and find contact details of, and then obviously put into some sort of outreach campaign effectively. And what and by centralizing data, effectively what this allows you to do is to have a very unique sourcing strategy where you can go, right, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hit free LinkedIn. I'm going to then look into groups. I'm going to look at hashtags. I'm going to look for CVs on Google. I'm going to look for people that use natural language. So I am a machine learning engineer. I'm going to search Facebook because people are on Facebook. I'm going to search Facebook groups. I'm going to look on Discord. I'm going to look on Slack. I'm now going to jump over to Kaggle. I'm going to look at the various meetups in my area. I'm going to search profiles on GitHub, and I'm also going to do some diversity searches. Now, by implementing all of these different kind of searches into your strategy, what you're doing is effectively making sure that you're covering all your bases, because not everybody lives on LinkedIn. You will find people on Facebook and on Google and on Kaggle and in various meetup groups that when you cross-reference to LinkedIn, you will not be able to find their profiles. So not only will you find more people, it just gives you a very kind of working methodology to really ensure that you've expanded your kind of sourcing to and utilizing it to its maximum potential. Now, the important thing with this is not necessarily what we're actually searching for. What the most important thing, and the reason that I'm kind of showing you this, is to really kind of show you how, and so that you understand how this works. So here we have a PDF. Now the PDF will be linked in the comments. You will be able to download this. You can change it into a Word document. You can stick it into Canva. You can rebrand it. You can change the searches yourself once you understand and know how this works for something that suits your market. But it's really about kind of what are we putting to bring back the types of results that we see. So let's have a look for people in LinkedIn. So just by clicking on the PDF, we've embedded the link which will bring up what we search for. And all we have done on here is we have used the word machine learning. We have filtered by people, and we have 514,000 results of people that have machine learning in their profile. And obviously we can then begin to filter this more effectively. From here, once we have gone through the people, so we probably would narrow it at least by a location. We may even put a couple of skills in there. We may want to look at various groups. Okay, so if we can find various groups and we can join them effectively, we can talk to people for free. We can send a certain amount of emails for completely free to people that are in the same group to us from within the group. So we could look through this and go, okay, so say for example that the company that I was hiring for was specialized in deep learning. This could be a really good group to be a part of which there are 2 million members. Again, if we were we would just want to look through these. We want to go like which ones are relevant. So if it was computer vision, this could be a good group with 678,000 members, and what we would do is we'd join that. And all we have done here is we've searched machine learning and then gone and then filtered by groups. Now we can also do the same methodology with hashtags, where we do a site search into LinkedIn. And what we have done is, if I open this up, is I have put about 10 hashtags. So machine learning, ML, deep learning, artificial intelligence, AI, data science, neural networks. And then what we've done is we've put a minus training, minus trainings. And what this will do is this will find posts because we're doing a site search into LinkedIn. these are posts written by people who have hashtagged that post with one of those hashtags. And effectively, so we could suspect that if I was to click on Dennis John's post, for example, here, we would suspect that if he's writing on the expansive universe of artificial intelligence and kind of talking about this type of stuff, that he is probably involved in machine learning. Now, as a CEO, he may not be the right person. Obviously, we need to do a bit of hunting. We need to obviously, we're going to have to look and we're going to have to hunt. But that, as a sourcer, is what we are, what we're kind of employed to do, is to find more people and to be able to, and that's the skill that we have. Now, on top of this, what we can then do is we can look for CVs on Google. So what we've done is we've done a resume or CV or curriculum or resume, and then we've put machine learning, and then I have then put programmer or developer or engineer or coder or developer or programmer, and then what we have then done is just minus things like jobs and examples and templates and samples and YouTube and various other things to try and really kind of filter out. But we've also then included the file type PDF. So here we can see currently machine learning research engineer. This is a resume. We can see this resume here: software engineer interested in machine learning, a machine learning research scientist, a machine learning engineer, and we can keep going, and there are pages of this information. So once we have done that, so we've searched our CRM, we have searched LinkedIn Recruiter, we searched the free, LinkedIn free. I would always advise that we do that, because LinkedIn Recruiter and LinkedIn do not show you 100% of results in terms of that. I know that LinkedIn kind of says that it does, but it doesn't. It is still very, very restricted around your network. You will never see 100% of results. So by utilizing the tools effectively that you have, you will find more people than those that don't. So we've gone through kind of the hashtags, the groups, we've looked at for resumes. Now what we might want to do is we want to use some more sort of natural language. So here what we've done is we're looking for someone that's saying, I am a machine learning, or I am a machine learning, or I am a machine. So sort of different ways of saying pretty much the same thing. And as we go through these posts, we will be able to kind of, I'm a passionate machine learning engineer. So this guy here, we can just go through, I'm a senior machine learning, and you will find this data talk. So I'm a technical person, I know some machine learning. So what this is doing, and this is working by the star here. So what it's doing is it's saying I am which is this part here, and then what we're doing is picking up this part here because we've utilized this operator, which is the star. So from here, we may want to search Facebook, because there are people on Facebook that are machine learning engineers, and all we do is we put a site, facebook.com, other named work around 12, and then machine learning. And as you kind of go through here, hey, my name is Mazar, born in, but this guy will have something to do with sort of machine learning. Again, we can keep going through this, but we can see very, very clearly that there are a number of options for us to kind of look through and work through. Now again, we can search Facebook groups. So again, all you need to do is click this link. We have actually gone into this machine learning area here. And what we can do is we can search inside Facebook using the search results. So here we can see sort of the various groups, but we can use this filter. So let's have a look at the people. Who is machine learning? And as we scroll through this, we can see that we have a number of people coming back very, very quickly, but we can also add in cities here. So let's say we were searching for London. I don't know what results we're going to get because I haven't done this, but let's just click enter. Let's click this. But we can use these filters effectively to begin to, in fact, it is a filter. So let's just London, United Kingdom. So here we have a list of profiles that all have machine learning or have all come up under the machine learning. So it works at machine learning engineer, and these will all have machine learning on their profiles. We can also look into various pages. We can look into the groups as well. So this group here has 15,000 members. This has 36,000 members. This has 55,000 members. And also we have instant messenger, which means that we can still message people and it falls into a separate folder saying this person has outreached to you, but it doesn't immediately pop up in front of them, but they will be aware that that has happened. So there is a form of outreach on this. Now, continuing on with this, we can then look at things like Discord. So Discord has lots and lots of communities effectively, of which you can, not only for things like games and kind of, various different channels, but also for programming languages, and there will be machine learning, and there will be, whole communities based around this. Now, these are a little bit harder to find, but you can do it, and there is actually a link somewhere, which I'll find and stick in the comments, where you can actually just search a keyword and it will show you all the communities and how many people are in that. So what we can do is if we have a large kind of Python Discord, effectively we can actually join it and we can see the various projects that are going on within this, and from here obviously we just need to connect the dots and find out who the people are that have added into this project. So from Discord, we might want to look at Slack. Now, I'm not going to show you Slack in too much detail because you need to be signed into it, but we have MLOps community, slack.com. If I was to sign in, this would bring up this community. If you change it to JavaScript or Python or whatever it may be, you will be able to find communities, and quite often it is just the keyword here, and then the rest of it is the same. So we have multiple different ways where we can now source. So this is a sourcing strategy effectively where we've done the CRM, we've done LinkedIn Recruiter, we've done the various different searches using LinkedIn for free. We have done Google searches, we've done Facebook, we've done Discord, we've done Slack, but what about Kaggle? So Kaggle is specifically for machine learning and data science type people. So we have site searched at sitekaggle.com, last seen, and then machine learning, and we can see we have pages and pages of people that are artificial intelligence, Python, machine learning engineer. This one's developing machine learning and deep learning, and this person here is deploying deep learning, machine learning. And obviously, so again, this is just another list for us to go through, and there will be people on this page that are not on LinkedIn Recruiter. They just don't want to be found, or that LinkedIn is not something that they or a platform that they utilize or use effectively. So from here we can do meetups as well. Now, meetups are particularly good, especially if you've got them close to you. And effectively, the rule of thumb is all we need to do is change this last part within our URL here. So if you're looking for JavaScript or Python or React or .NET or whatever you can change this over. There will be a community like this for specifically like this, and we can find like machine learning groups, and we can have a look. Where are these? This is India, US. Obviously, there's a few in the US here, Israel, Singapore, and so there are 442 engineers in this one here. There are 766. There are 1,911 members here. So we can obviously go in. We can see who those members are, and if we were to join the meetups, you have to sign up to attend the meetup. That unlocks the members, and you can then begin to do some investigative work effectively to begin to obviously connect the dots effectively to find out who that person is. Now, GitHub, so obviously especially if you're in development, GitHub is a fantastic way to source for developers. I'm a huge fan of this, and the big reason for that is if you search a profile on LinkedIn Recruiter and you see keywords, someone could spam Python 500 times on that profile, and while they will rank higher than some of the other profiles on there, it doesn't mean that Python developer is better than others on that page. What I like about GitHub is you have repositories. You can see the contributions to projects. There is a star system effectively where their work is effectively ranked, so the more stars they have, generally the better and higher thought of they are within their own community. So again, this is a really good way in terms of where we have site github.com. We have used the word followers and following, and the reason that we've done that is on this page, every single page you have these anchors following and followers, which indicates this is a person's profile. And then from there we have used the operator language, which is the universal operator for language within GitHub, and then machine learning as well on top. Now, just to be a little bit careful, so obviously if you're looking for a coding language, obviously use the operator language. If you're looking for something like DevOps or or machine learning or artificial intelligence, they are not languages. They are a subset effectively, or a type of. What you would need to do is you will need to add that on top top of the language, but it is the best way to kind of really narrow what you're doing is to combine it with a language and whatever you would normally kind of see alongside it. And then lastly, the last thing that we have is we can also do specific diversity searches on Google as well. So what this is really about is it's about trying to find effectively kind of diverse candidates who are involved within whatever it is you're looking for, whether it's machine learning as in this case, or it could be DevOps, or and all you would do is just change effectively what this is here. So we can see wise jobs, we can see women in machine learning because we search for women code and coding. And this pipeline actually acts as an OR in Google, just to make you aware if you're not familiar with kind of Google operators. So you can save space within this search bar. You can only search so many words before it kind of breaks, and by using kind of the pipeline as an OR, it saves you on some precious space. We can see women who code. We can see this woman who code YouTube. We can see code first girls. We can see coding women. We can see and we keep going through, and we can keep seeing this stable diffusion online, women coding with fly machine learning models, and etc. etc. And now if we wanted to find difference, so if you have spoken to a company and they are specifically looking at diversity, and I have to be honest with you, in my own recruitment in 10 years, it's not something I've come across myself where someone has specifically asked me to find more of a certain type of diversity. But you could change this out, whatever this may be, so Hispanic, African, maybe it could be anything. Obviously, if it's engineering, it's quite easy to find. But again, you just change out the words here. So this resource is completely free for you. If you want to change it, so if you're not in the market, easiest way to do it is to download it, put it into, obviously it's a PDF, open with Word, export it to Canva, and then effectively with probably about an hour's worth of work where you kind of copy and paste a lot of it across, you will be able to then change the searches and have it so it suits you better. However, the real kind of beauty of this, so you don't need to create this. If you work 10 different types of positions, you don't need to create this 10 times. You just need to have a copy of it. You just need to understand how the search works, and then you can change it from there. So I really appreciate your time. If you do have any questions at all, or if you run into any problems, especially if you are trying to change it or anything like that, please just feel free to reach out to me. You can connect with me on LinkedIn. My LinkedIn URL is in the about section of my YouTube channel. Please remember to like and subscribe. I appreciate your time. Happy hunting.